treasure and fans, your pal BD back here again with, yes, it's finally here. It's the Severin unboxing. My Severin halfway to Black Friday, which you've heard me complain about multiple times on this channel. I finally got the movies in. So I wanted to go ahead and show you what I got because I'm pretty proud of what I got, and I'm pretty stoked because I had to wait so long to get it. But I'm really stoked to finally get it. I wanted to show you guys. Plus, I'm going to show you one other movie that I finally did get into that I told you I was going to be getting. I do apologize for the noise in the background. We live in a condo complex, and they've decided to go ahead and blow the leaves today, which is kind of funny because they blow the leaves, but they don't blow them and pick them up. They just blow them into our cars and the carports, and they figure they're done. But anyway, so please excuse the noise. Let me just start off. It's not a whole lot of movies. It's a fair amount of movies, but, you know, this should go relatively quickly. So the majority of these ones I picked up, a lot of them were ones I've been wanting to get for a while, but I didn't pick up because they're just too expensive. But when they're half off and more, it's kind of a little easier to pull the trigger on. So a lot of these I got for like $10. So let's see here. The first one I got, it's been on my list for a long time, Invasion of the Blood Farmers. I don't know much about it, but I love the cover artwork, and it just sounded really cool. So I went ahead and picked it up. Next I got, and this has been on my list for a while too, because I've really wanted to see, because my wife's really into vampires. Like, if you were to talk to us about like what our favorite like monster type thing is, I'm a zombie genre guy all the way. I love zombie movies, Oddly enough, since I was a kid, when I first saw Night of the Living Dead, thank you, George Romero, I've been a fan of zombie flicks, but she's more into vampires. So, and I do like vampire flicks too. There's a couple of vampire flicks that came out over the years that I've really enjoyed. So, I did pick this one up called Thirst. It's a vampire flick. It sounded really interesting. So I picked that up. Let's see here. That one I did not pick up there. The next one I picked up, and this was another one I've been putting off for a while. I wanted to get it. I just didn't want to pay the expensive price, but it finally, you know, with this half off sale, so I went ahead and got the special edition, which is only 3,000 copies. It comes with the CD soundtrack, and I'm going to say this wrong, Paganini Horror. It sounds really cool. Like I said, it's got Donald Pleasance in it. Anything with Donald Pleasance, I'm going to watch because I love the actor. I really, rest in peace. I really wish he was alive. He's just a great actor. I'm a big fan of his, so I finally got it. Boom. This next one was another one. I think it's a Russian-made movie. But I've been wanting to see it for a while. Couldn't pull the trigger, but for half off. So I think it goes VIY. Vi, maybe? I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but I've been wanting to see it for a while. It looks really cool. I've seen a couple Russian movies recently, a horror movie and a couple other ones, and I've really enjoyed them. So I like watching other countries' horror movies, like when I watched Peninsula recently, you know, the South Korean. And I like watching horror movies from other countries. They always got a different take on stuff. It's always really neat because Hollywood is very much that kind of fall in line. But when you look at foreign horror movies, they often go in different directions and stuff like that. I always find it really cool. So, especially when they're a little more obscure. So I had to grab a hold of this. I just thought it was really neat. So I got that. This one I got. This apparently came out in the 80s. I never saw it, which surprised the living daylights out of me because I am the biggest 80s kid you could ever imagine. That's when I grew up, was the 80s. May have been born in the 70s, but my major growing up was done in the 80s. So I've never seen this movie, and everybody talks about it. So it's the Peanut Butter Solution. I don't know anything about it. Everybody says in the 80s, it really traumatized kids in the 80s. I never heard of it. So I've been wanting to pick it up, half off, can't go wrong, so I picked that up. This one I just picked it because I heard it was really cool and it's dirt cheap. And that is called Bloody Moon. Again, I haven't seen it, but actually I don't think I've really seen any of these. So a lot of cool watching to do. But I did pick it up. It looked interesting. This one I've been wanting to get for a while too, because I heard it's a really different take on like Frankenstein. And a lot of people said, although campy in some parts is really good, it's called Blackenstein. Been wanting to see it. It's always intrigued me, even as a kid, seeing this cover on VHS. Wanted to see it, so I got it now. And then this one here, again, the cover just looked really interesting. It was really cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. It's called Night Killer. Don't know much about it, but again, yeah, I'm in. So that's it for the regular editions. Now the next ones are more the special editions that I got from the sale. The first one is, I have put this up for so long, and I'm really ashamed I did put this movie up for so long because it could eventually go out of print. I love this movie. George C. Scott is really good in this movie, and it's The Changeling. And I went with the special collector's edition, not the regular edition. So it's kind of got that blue metallic cover to it. I went recently going through some of my movies recently, and I found that I only had this on DVD, and my DVD copy was one of those snapper cases. And I was like, why haven't I upgraded this? The movie's it's a really good ghost story, and why haven't I upgraded it? So I finally upgraded it, and even though it's a special edition, it's still like $12, something like that. The next one I got this one because it's both movies. So it's Killer Crocodile 1 and if you put on the back 2. They're on separate discs in here. Really cool. I've wanted to see this for a while because it's a Jaws ripoff, and as you well know, I've done enough talks about Jaws over the years on this channel. I love Jaws, so I'm always down for a cheesy ripoff of Jaws. So got that, just like I talked about the other day, Cruel Jaws. I got that one, and next I got this one. I'm starting to get into a lot more black and white horror movies too. A lot more like the 50s and 60s and even some 40s stuff. I'm gonna look more into that. So I figured this movie's really sounded intriguing, and I actually have it in this weird box set, but the quality's really bad. So I went ahead and picked it up. House of Spider Island. Again, 1960s. I figured I would check it out, black and white. I kind of dig these things. I think a lot of times horror movies in black and white have a better atmosphere than the color movies. You know, I just think it gives it a much more different feel to it. So I've really been getting into them lately. So there's that. Next one I picked up is another one that I think is out of print. It's going out of print really quickly, and it's out of print actually. That's right. And they put a couple because they found a couple copies, so I managed to nab it. It's the Uncanny with Slip. This is the one, of course, with Peter Cushing's and Donald Pleasance. So, of course, I had to grab that, and to get the collector's edition of it for a movie that is officially now out of print. I've wanted to track it down for a while. I saw it was out of print, I could never get it, and they threw it up there. And to be honest with you, because my order was one of the last orders that finally shipped out, I was really, really nervous I wasn't going to get this one, but I did. So, because it was a limited run to begin with, so I did get that one. And then let's see here. The next one I got was another one that they somehow got some more back in, even though I believe it's out of print now, or at least the slipcover edition is out of print. And that is Blood on Satan's Claw. Again, I've never seen it. I've heard a few things about it, and it's been on a list for me for a while because I wanted to see it and to finally grab it and get a special edition, which is pretty. I know for a fact it's only limited to 3,000 copies, so I know for a fact at least the slipcover edition's gone. So I got that. And then the last two I got were part of their new stuff that had just come out that went on sale obviously enough too. The first one is a Fulci movie. Fulci movies. I always say Fulci. It's Fulci. Sorry. Fulci movie. That's Demonia. I had all the other ones, but I did not have this one. So I did go by and grab this and pick that up. And the last one I got, and one I was pretty much most excited for because I got the collector's edition with the lenticular, which is Fulci or Fake. So I did get the one with the lenticular art. I was really starting to get this one. Remember, this was sent separately. It wasn't actually sent with the initial order. It was sent separately in a simple box because it came direct from the distributor, or I guess the manufacturer, rather than going actually to Severin being shipped out. But I did get this. It's got the same obviously cover underneath. The one thing I wish Severin would do is what I never looked at Shaft Factory. The other companies do, like Kino Lorber does sometimes and stuff where they do a flip art cover, because I do kind of like to have different cover arts, but whatever. I got it. I'm really stoked to have it. And that is it for my Severin order. I got some really good movies. You know, it was funny because I went back on Severin's site the other day because they've announced a few new titles. Specifically, I mentioned a couple days ago on my weekly news that they announced in Cruel Jaws, which I'm going to reserve for sure because I love Cruel Jaws. I've been waiting for that to come out for a long time. But I was looking for the rest. I think I've gotten the majority of what I want to get for Severin. There's a couple more titles in there I'm kind of interested in, and I know they're going to have another big sale. They always have a big sale on Black Friday. So I'm sure I might grab a couple more. But I think I got the majority of what I want now, which really makes me excited because it means now that I don't have to worry so much about what else I got there. I can just really focus more on watching them. So, so with that being said, I did get one more thing in finally. I was finally got it. It was taking a little while. I got delayed, and that is the Arrow version of Flash Gordon, the deluxe set. Because all the stuff, I did get this in finally yesterday from Best Buy. A little surprised it came in really well because they packaged it terribly once again. But really cool. This is the 4K version of Flash Gordon. Oddly enough, and I think if I can find the picture, I'll put the picture at the very end of this video when I actually met Sam Jones. Really cool guy. And I'm pretty sure I have the picture on my phone. So if I do, if you stay to the end, you'll see the picture of me and Sam Jones. But I did get to meet him. It's a really cool set. You get all kinds of cool stuff in here. You get a book like on, about the making and a bunch of stuff about Flash Gordon. You get a dual side poster. So the first side is the original artwork for the original movie when it came out. Whoops. came out. And then if you flip around, it's the new artwork for the new cover they used for the movie. So that's really cool. Question for everybody on here. Do you guys, when you get a set like this, do you guys ever hang these posters up, or you just leave them in the box? I'm curious to know if anybody actually hangs them up. So let me know that. And then, of course, the actual 4K itself on the inside it's a dual disc set with 2 whole discs full of special features and the movie, stuff like that. Then there is some underneath the advertisement for Mallrats, which is coming out later this year, which I will be getting. There is a bunch of promo cards, lobby cards like you used to do back in the day for the movie. Some cool stuff on the back. There's even different cover artwork on the back. They've all got like poster artwork from the movie over the years. So really cool stuff. I'm so stoked to have this. I can officially say between the steelbook of this movie I have and this version of the movie I have, I probably will never ever buy Flash Gordon again. This to me is the definitive edition. I'm going to put this on the back so you can read everything that's in this thing. It is crazy the amount of special features that are in this movie. I didn't know this stuff even existed. So pretty stoked on that. But that is it for the Flash Gordon. And that's it for my... I'm trying to put this stuff back in. I'm ruining it. Of course I did. I can never do these things right. Okay, there we go. Boom. So I just want to show you this really quick video of what I picked up because I've been talking about it for a while. I finally got it, so now you guys can see it. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. I truly appreciate it. Please take care out there and be safe. Like, subscribe, the bell. Leave me some comments down below, especially have you seen any of these movies? Because literally, I have not... here. Other than The Changeling. I have seen The Changeling a couple times. I really haven't seen any of these other movies, so let me know if you've seen any of these and let me know what your thoughts on them. I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know I say that all the time, but I really do. It does mean a lot to me. It's funny, like once a week I'll go onto my actual page and just look at the subscriptions. It's funny to watch it go up 2, 3, 4 here and there, and it makes me feel really good. It's like, right on. So again, I really do appreciate you guys watching and subscribing. It means the world to me. Please be careful out there and please be safe. Always keep hunting because you never know what you're going to find. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.